So roughly about 5 years ago now, I was diagnosed with depression. A few years later, I was suicidal. Um, I never thought those thoughts would pass. They did. Um, and about a year ago, 18 months ago, whatever, on World Mental Health Day 2018, I started telling that story. I started sharing it far and wide. And it was really humbling. I was asked to speak. I didn't expect it. And then after that, I was asked to speak again and again and tell that same story, share those same feelings and emotions and what I was going through, what I went through, and what I live with now. So time passed. I kept telling this story, and eventually, enough people had said to me over the time that I was giving it that I should write a book. So I did. I wrote a book. It's bloody here, in fact. I've written a book. It's got my name on it. It's weird. And it's coming out in May this year. And I had loads of stuff planned for it. I had loads of events, loads of speaking opportunities, potential to kind of do book tours, signings, stuff like that. And we were kind of pushing forward with it. And then COVID-19 happened, and all that planning, all that preparation, everything to do with it just got cancelled. So to say how it's affected things is pretty tough, because I don't think I have any of that anymore. I don't think there'll be any talks or any opportunities to share physically with people, which means almost everything has been going virtual, going online. So it has affected my business, I guess, an awful lot. I don't know when the world will recover. I don't know how it will recover or anything like that. But the book is my journey. It's my story. It's what I've lived with. It's what I've learned. And so it's called Life is a Four-Letter Word. And right now, life really does feel like a four-letter word. But the point of it is that actually through acceptance and through finding peace with those four-letter words, you can actually be happy in the meantime and stuff like that. So it has changed my life a lot. I'm learning a lot more about myself actually through this. I've kind of taken it upon myself to share what I have through doing a video blog, through doing through sharing with my friends, sharing kind of blogs, articles, whatever you want to call them, just bits of text about life in that. And what I've found is a lot of people have actually started struggling with their mental health in kind of isolation, in lockdown. And what I want to do is provide the benefits that I've kind of gained from living by myself, working by myself, living with depression and all this, being stuck with that in a monologue, in a voice, and share that with people. And it has been an incredible journey so far, and we're only at the start of it. Like, people are really receptive to hearing all this. They are wanting to hear more and learn more, because it's a world they are finding themselves in now. But obviously I am having to adapt. So I'm doing all this content, everything I've been doing that I've been doing in person before, having face-to-face meetings, having kind of face-to-face talks. I'm moving it online. And I don't really know how. I'm supposedly tech savvy, but I'm not really. And I'm trying to figure it out as I go along, because I just want to help the other people out there. And we're adapting, we're learning, we're growing as people. And I'm actually really, really positive that we're going to gain something out of this. Because what I'm finding is that the connections, the friendships, the relationships, whatever that I already have are strengthening. We're actually pulling together. We're actually growing as a people, as a society, as a group, whatever you want to say. Like, we're actually pulling together. And so I'm having more phone calls, more video calls, more essentially face-to-face communication, much less emails, much less kind of text messages. It's more like, let's actually communicate with one another. Let's actually speak together. Let's share our world in what is kind of an isolation. Now I have no idea what it's going to look like in 6 months. I have no idea where it's going to go. I really hope that what we build over the next month and what people learn through this time, they take with them, and that they bring it into their normal lives. They bring it into their day-to-day routines. So as people start going back into work, as people start going into their offices again, I really hope that they remember that having those face-to-face discussions, having those points of actual human interaction remains important to them, and they keep them with them. I hope that distant friendships don't fall apart again, because it's easy when we are distracted by what's going on in our day-to-day lives that we just think, I'll catch up with them tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it when I'm less busy, and it gets pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. And because we have the time now, we're actually spending that time now doing all the things that we've never done before, or that we've always delayed and waited. And now that we are doing them, it's suddenly becoming so much more real. Like, we are in the great benefit of having all this technology, and we are finally learning to use it properly and to take advantage of it. So no longer is Skype, Zoom, or anything like that used solely for business. It's now used for actually having a shared conversation, a shared coffee, or something like that. And it's actually heartwarming seeing all this. So what am I going to do now? I have to push ahead. Like, the book is coming out. My book is coming out 14th of May, for anyone that cares or wants to know. It is available online in stores. I mean, stores will be closed, so that's probably out of the out of the window for now. But hey, it will be around, and there's paperback versions, there'll be ebook versions, and I have to do what I can to help with that. But going into this, like actually launching a book, having the strength to write it, to put it out there, and to share what is actually a very painful story to remember with a wider audience, and to hope somewhere someone finds some benefit from it. It was hard doing that, but I've reached peace with it, and now it will be whatever it will be. I've kind of accepted that now. I've kind of accepted that it may reach no success, it may reach some success, but there's much bigger things going on in the world that are far more important than my shitty little book or anything like that. And it's just, I have to keep doing it. I have to keep pushing it, obviously, but how and when it kind of, what it becomes, I don't know. But I've accepted that, and I'm doing this just to share how COVID-19 has affected us, but it hasn't affected us all negatively. There are some great takeaways from it, and if people kind of learn from this and grow from this and take the positives out of kind of growing together and society and people sticking together, and kind of learn from that and take it with them, then there's hope. And that's what all of this is about. That's what everything I say is about. There is hope, and we're not alone, never alone in any of this. So I hope this helps anyone that's out there. I hope this kind of benefits anyone. But yeah, that's my COVID-19 story. and I'll take care.